in 3, 2. Testing. This is Project Piper Customs with the ASMR stream. Don't get turned on, Maverick. Internet check. Looks like we're holding. We're holding. Yay. Let me just make sure it's up on here. Appreciate those who are in the stream now with us. Thanks very much. As you know, I had internet issues last time around. Apologies. We've got a new internet provider now. So this is test number 1. So I just need to see if it's actually working. Let's go channel. Okay, it says we're live on there. Yeah, okay, got it up on that. That's awesome. Okay, let me refresh this because I'm seeing it in the chat on my phone. I'm not seeing it on my studio, so I'm just going to refresh the studio so I can see the chat pulled up. First little speed bump. Come on now. Come on now. I'll see you guys in chat. Riley, Bob, I see you, mate. Appreciate it. I'm going to get you in a second, man. Get to you very soon. Just waiting for it to load in. There it is. Gotcha. Oh, and Tom's here as well. Evening, ladies. Evening. Yeah, excellent. Right, let's get into it. Riley, Bob. So thanks for being here, mate. And I'm going to get into your chat right now. So Loot Crate is crushing it at the moment, making labels, just sucking badly at following through with shipping said product. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They ain't doing too well at the moment, mate. And we're going to get into all of that very, very soon. Just going to let some peeps roll in if they're interested. I haven't actually pushed this out yet. So let me just quickly ping this on Twitter, because normally what I do is I send it all out to all the social medias to get some more people in if they want to watch. So let me just quickly fire out at least one. Bear with me a second, guys. See you, Maverick. How you been, buddy? How you been?
Very good, mate. Yeah. It's been a good week indeed. Have you got any new arrivals that have come in this week?
I do. Oh, I do. Before we get to mine, just as I'm firing out this Twitter notification, what about you? You got anything to show and tell?
I did actually get a little passing through this week. So it was off the back of something that you showed off last week.
Oh,
so I've got myself a few Playmates turtles.
Hey,
a little something going on. So yeah, so I went straight onto eBay. I had a little look at some Playmates turtle and got myself a little cheeky bundle here of turtles. So they're ready for getting worked on when we commence with our little project. So yep. And then I've also actually not new toys, but I've actually got some new sculpting material this week. So I went with some Aves epoxy sculpt. So I thought I'd treat myself since it's been my birthday. So I went with I get myself some premium sculpting material. So I got through some Aves epoxy sculpt. So we'll give that a whirl and see how it works. Yeah. I don't know if we've lost Ben. Have we lost him? I think he did. It's like the Flintstones movie. He replaced he replaced the dinosaur that thing to a super healthy one. But I think that might have just bit it as well. So we'll see how he's doing. This is definitely not a good sign for his internet. Is he back? Let's see. No, keeps on there, keeps dropping out. I don't even know if we're still on YouTube. I'd say I'd read some comments, but I can't actually see anything. Here we go. Connecting to audio.
There we are. Finally.
You back, mate?
Yeah, Pietro, mate. It don't help when you're putting in the in the group message. Terrible, and it's pinging up when I'm trying to enter the codes in. I got notification. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, I just ended my end of the chat for some reason. Anyway, thanks for holding the fort down whilst I fixed my boomerang. So apologies on that front. Apologies to all those watching. Let me go over to here. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Probably roasting my damn ass. Right, let's go. Okay, hello, gentlemen. Ready to talk some turtles. Here we go. It's Riley, Bob, Anthony, come at you. Mine has been pending for the last 2 weeks now. Looks like it tested the failure. Pietro, stop messaging in the group and get in the damn chat. You're interfering. You keep pinging up alerts. Hold on one second. I got 5. Oh, bless your cotton socks, ladies and gentlemen. Right, here we go. Configuration test is a failure. I know, but we're back. We're back. I don't have to start on again. Damn, RFP Ben. Let me have it. Let me have it. That's what we're here for. I'm back. We're swept round. Maverick's now the host. Okay.
I think I was chatting for about 5-10 minutes before I even realised I was chatting to myself.
This is exactly what happens when I have a night off and leave you guys to it. I think Necker and Luke Crate disconnected Ben's internet directly from the internet company. That's it. I've been cancelled. Yeah. Riley Bob with the $5 super chat for Ben's internet fund. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. There he is. There's Pietro. He's here. This is where you should be, mate. In here. All right. Okay. Right. Thank you all. And we're back on track. Hopefully. Okay. Got my glasses on this time. I can see what I'm doing. Anywho, now I know you were just regaling us with, what am I doing? Hold on. What's going on, everyone? Total Talk Live here. And we're here with Maverick. All right. That's out of the way. Now we can crack on. Unfortunately, this is just me and Maverick tonight. Okay, so it's all good. You can see the other gents in the chat. Unfortunately, not on camera because they're currently naked right now. And they're too embarrassed to get on stream. Okay. From what they told me, they share way too much. But yeah, so you were regaling us with what you picked up. You got the Playmate stuff in. You got a lot of Playmates in. Jesus Christ, you came kitted out.
Yeah, it was just an eBay bundle I picked up. So, yeah. I've got a choice now. You know, I've got a choice of which one I'm gonna move forward with.
You can peruse the selection exactly, and not just limited to one. I agree with you there, and I also myself picked up another Playmates just because I needed some parts for another one. Anyway, we're going to get into all of that and the reasons why soon. But yeah, was that all you picked up, or shall I move on to me?
Well, I was saying that I also picked up some new sculpted stuff. So I picked up some Abe's epoxy sculpt. Just because, you know, it's about time that I started taking this serious, you know, move away from the milliput and get some premium stuff on the go.
Mini-puts, Charles play now. Charles play. That's beginner's shit. I know I need to do the same. Yeah, man, that's the gear to go with. You see everyone using it, the 2 tubs. And that's it, man. That's it. So now well done on that one. Yeah, it splashed out a little bit, but might as well. Tools and the talent. You need the tools because you got the talent. Okay, keep chiming in, guys. Hit that like button if you could. That'd be awesome. And don't worry about Tom and Pietro. Fuck them. I got Necker Goliath. Good man. Yeah, let us know if you're in the chat. Did you get anything juicy in this week? Let us know. We'll talk about it. But you got the Goliath, Antonio Camacho. I'm Antony. You got the Goliath. Let me know how it is. Is it juicy? Is it big? because that's what she said.
It's like a beast, big time.
Nice. I know my man Maverick can't wait for his, even though we can't get him here in the UK, which is annoying as hell. But yeah, so might as well dive on to me. Well, if you can see, finally, this bad boy hits UK shores. I know it's been a minute. Those in America, you've probably been that's old news and shit. Well, it ain't for us. We just got him in. So yes. Oh, you can witness me doing that. He's a big boy. I may even unbox him, depending if I don't boomer it anymore. But yeah, we've got Mr. Krang in. I got this thing, but it's pretty lame, and I've lost interest the moment I pre-ordered it. And I'm like, why, Ben? Why? And then I forgot to cancel it, and it just came through. So Quicksilver is currently on my eBay because I don't really want him. I've got this little ditty, which Toys R Us were kind enough to send me and to do a review on, which is a nice little accessory set. Let me get some light on it. Okay, so it's like a tactical gear, a vest, and all that jazz with guns and shit. I think they've been out for a bit, but he just wanted me to get a review on so he can link it to his site. So I'm going to do that. And
Yes.
yes, very beautiful, very beautiful. Yes. So we've got The Last Ronin, issue 4, finally. So yeah, let us know in the chat if you have read this, if you've picked it up, if you've picked it up and haven't read it yet, because there's a good chance we're going to give our spoiler-free thoughts, but we may get into some spoiler talk later on, but we will warn you when that happens in case you haven't read it. Of course, we're not going to do you like that. Okay, so yeah, they're the bits and bobs in the for me. Let's have a quick maroos in the chat. I found myself Pietro, I found myself driving down a Star Wars vintage collection figure hunt, scratching that childhood itch. Oh, nice, Riley Bob. Nice. Yeah, let us know if what it is you managed to pick up. But yeah, fair play, mate. You might as well feed that nostalgia child within. Pietro, I'm still waiting for Big Bad Toy Store. What did you order from Big Bad Toy Store? Was it Goliath?
I think he's referring to the Goliath.
Gotta be. Yeah. Tony, massive. Not a fan of the hard plastic wings, though. I mean, every winged figure I've had has always been hard plastic, but that size, I can understand they're being a bit fiddly, but you need the real estate. You need the shelf real estate for it. Configuration, message retracted. You have secrets. I want to know them. Who else we got here? I saw hello. Here we are. Yeah. I'm going to butcher your name, mate, but I'm going to give it a go. Ioannis Paulusify. Hello. Sorry if I've just completely murdered that, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Tac, toys with film. Evening, gents. G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Infantry pickup this week from me. The first visit to Smith's this week since before March 2020. Damn.
Ooh.
Fair play. Ben, I see Toys R Us gets a few 112 World Diorama pieces in. Yeah, they do. And I love the fact that they're an online retailer that will get these third-party bits in, some random company bits in that you're not going to find at like a Walmart or something. So this is great. The specialty stores get them in. Would they be able to get some more of their Dio sets in? I see quite a few in Big Bad Toy Store. Probably. I'll have a word with Nick. It depends on how they're selling. If they're not selling really well and no one's really getting their hands on them, because they are obviously quite expensive for us in the UK, then they might I think they're just testing the waters and just trying it out with a few. Configuration, April. Oh, hey, Danny. How's pending going? Danny, fine. Customer. Oh, wonderful. So wonderful. I have to check him every morning now just to make sure he goes. That's why, Danny. He sticks his head in those things. These wings have no give whatsoever. Do they articulate apart from where they go into the body? Tell us more.
I don't think it'll be too long until there'll be some customizer out there who does like a third party, folded cape wing set for it.
Yeah, probably. Could have done Bat Gremlin style. Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah, Bat Gremlin. I don't know. I've never owned that figure, but I'm guessing those wings were better. We'll see. Like you say, I reckon people will modify them. They'll put some fabric in there or soften up the plastic a bit. I'm sure it'll be a workaround. But yeah, that's the chat caught up. So yeah, I'm gonna just warm up the palette before we get into the loot crate madness one more time. God, I'm getting sick of talking about them, but they keep fucking up. So just a couple of ditties going on. First of all, I saw this in the week, and I'm going to share this with you guys. It's absolutely hysterical. Now, there is a limit to one's collection as to how far they're willing to go. Okay, what is your merch cut-off limit? Because mine's here. I saw these on Twitter and I just thought, what in the living F? Yeah, so as Tom so elegantly put it, these are rectal exam turtles. Or what I like to call the Rick Astley turtles. Never gonna give you up. All right. So yeah, I'm not knocking the people who are making them. I'm just saying if you put your artwork out there, it is open for not only praise, but it is open for criticism. And I'm doing the latter. So punk drunkers, fair play for putting your spin on them. Sadly, they're not my cup of tea. But you're getting some airtime nonetheless.
So this is officially licensed product then?
I think so.
I mean,
pretty naughty.
Logo, so
yeah, that's copyright infringement if it ain't. Really is. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, these are something that you see in a market of a country that has a shitty side, you know. Like, so if you go to Amsterdam and you're just going down an alley that's looking terrible, but there's a market, so you're curious, and all of a sudden you see these. What I'm saying is they look like rip-off merchandise.
Yes.
Like, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Look, you got Leo. What's that? Leo's dark brother. The dark side Leo. Where's Donnie? And what's on the belts? What's this? Yeah. What is that? That's like something you see in Star Wars. Pizza looks pretty decent, you know, it's not a bad accessory set, but yeah. Funny thing is, here's some close-ups. Okay, so if you ever imagined a turtle with a human head, now you have. Now you've seen it.
There's got to be a reference to something. There's got to be some kind of material out there where this has come from. I don't think this is someone's. There's an eye on the pizza.
What yes. What? Yeah, I agree. There's got to be something. If in the chat, you know where this design came from, please let me know. If you think this is just unique to what they're doing, have your say. We're going to get to it in a minute. And they're big boys. Look at that.
Oh, they are. Look at them. Yeah, definitely.
It's like if a Ninja Turtle found Loki's mask from Jim Carrey's The Mask. That's what it just reminds me of. Funny thing is, though, you can buy them from this site. And here's the second funny thing. You can't anymore because they're ruddy sold out.
It does remind me of something from what's that stop motion show that I think it's
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken. It does. It reminds me of something from Robot Chicken.
With the fake mouths. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Oh shit! I always wanted to watch that show, never got around to it because it was like a live action version of Twisted Toy Fair. Yeah, the Wizard magazine came back basically where toy photography sort of in our sort of circle, the way we do toy photography, is kind of where it began. It was Twisted Toy Fair. If anyone in chat remembers Twisted Toy Fair from the early 2000s, let me know. They were legendary. They're put in little comic strips within their Wizard magazines. And then every now and then release a full-blown graphic novel volume of all the strips that they had done that year, and then they'll do that, and there was like 3 volumes. I had them all at one point, and they were great. They used mainly the Migos, the style old school superhero figures, and they would just again pose them up, put them in random situations, mix them up with different characters, and it was just hilarious with speech bubbles. And it's basically the origins of kind of like toy photography ACBA style, you know. But yeah, these look like something you'd see in Twisted Toy Fair for sure. But this made me laugh as soon as I saw it.
There's a market for it though, because at $130 selling out for each.
Clearly, yeah.
Someone likes them, just not us.
Exactly. So even if I was like, I want, TMNT socks, I want TMNT plates, I want TMNT knives and forks, I want TMNT wallpaper, I want TND condoms, I still would draw the line at these. Sorry, but yeah. Fair play for putting your spin on, fair play for getting your work out there. I love independent art, always have. Doesn't mean I'm going to be interested in every single bit of it, though. So respect to these guys for doing their thing. And looks like they have done their thing because they're sold out. So fuck me, right? Who cares what I say? So that's the first fun bit of banter for the week that I came across. I've got to see what the chat is saying. Please go ham in this. Right. Let's have a look at the chat. Philip Mignon. Other day, I mentioned how Loot Crate was being called out for crap products, but I also found out they were going under big time. But I mean, that's why NECA sort of bought them outright, I think. They're good now, but I heard it was a close one. Yeah, it was, man. I think that's why NECA came to the rescue, and that's why they're sort of involved with them now. They look beautiful, amazing colors. Pietro. I'm not sure if I want punk drunkers. Yeah, no, I don't know. For Mignon, Riley Bob, dear God, what nightmare fuel acid trip are these TMNT figures from? I don't know, man. I don't know. I do not know. Configuration. Companies must be freak or something because these things are trash. I'm going to assume it's trash, nothing else. You're going in, mate. You're going in. Designed by toy company bosses. The CEO of Hasbro, his ass would design something like this. I think I get what you're saying, mate. Toy exec, I'm a huge fan of Van Gogh's screaming painting and TMNT. Make me proud. I agree. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah. So yeah, first fun bit of things for the night. So yeah, enjoy that, peeps. Enjoy that. But yeah, as a few of you in here now, I don't know how long we're going to spend talking about this, but we're probably going to mention it again for anyone who comes into the stream late. Keep hitting that like button, guys. If you're in the stream, don't be afraid to say hello. We will not bite hard. But yeah, so we might as well get into the fun news that I woke up to this morning. Okay, so here, ladies and gentlemen, is on the Facebook group TMNT NECA Figures is one of 3, maybe 4, if I can remember, posts sharing the same thing from Craig Grout or Groat. Sorry for butchering your name, sir. Here we go. Update on your TMNT Movie Crate one, specifically Movie Crate one. As you can see, dear TMNT fan, thank you for purchasing the TMNT Movie Crate one. As you may know, we received an overwhelming response when we launched the TMNT series crates. During fulfillment, we ran into a shortage and will require more time to fulfill your order. We understand this delay is not the best news, but we promise it will be worth the wait. Yeah, I've seen what's in the crate. Once we've confirmed a new shipping date, we'll follow up with you immediately. We are terribly sorry for this inconvenience. If you have any questions, please contact . You can see it. So I'm just sitting there like, what on earth is going on now? So I said to you, Maverick, and I said, it'll be cancelled. Mm-hmm. Shipped. Now they're delayed. What's next? You're not getting them at all. You're getting 5. You're getting free. You're getting it for free. I don't know what comes next.
It's not been a very good advertisement for Loot Crate themselves, this whole experience, because it's just been completely all over the place. I think they're embarrassing themselves now. Actually, I think this is quite poor.
I'm wondering, are any of their other crates that are not TMNT related that they keep sending me email notifications for? All the other shit they do. Are they being affected just like this one is? That's what I'm curious about. Does anyone actually have a full subscription to Loot Crate that gets other shit outside of the TMNT stuff? If you are in the chat, let me know, because I'd love to know if they're being affected just as much as these are. Because obviously, I only do the TMNT one, so I have no way of comparing it. I can only assume And I guarantee, I have no idea whether this is the reason, but I can guarantee that's probably the reason they're going to give, if they're pushed and questioned hard on it, is that they'll say it's COVID due to lack of staff, isolation, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's because they had an allocated window which you were allowed to pre-order them, but then they closed that window early, right? Which still, I mean, that surprises me anyway, because like you'd think that these things should be made to order. So, you know, however many orders they get by the end of the window, that's how many they make. But you know, I'm sure that they've got a roof that they can only make so many. Yeah, but still, like they should have budgeted for the fact that they will get X amount of orders in because they hit that limit, and so they shouldn't know how many they're able to make within that time frame. So yeah, I think this is
100%, mate. 100% by our understanding, and of course, this is only by what we can either assume. Some may even know. I don't know how the ins and outs of Loot Crate work. And it's not my business to know. It's not any of our businesses to know how these things work and operate. But from our understanding, we could be completely wrong. If we're missing something, please tell us. But yeah, as you said, the pre-order is made to order. Once that window closes, that's how many they make. And then everyone who's pre-ordered them is happy, which is why they're not going out into the market. So yeah, but like you said, they cut off Danny about 2 weeks before the window closed. They cut off the whole wave about 3 or 4 days before the window closed, which I found very strange because I thought the window's there. Once the window passes, you cut it off and there's your total amount that you need to make. So I don't know why, unless it was due to lack of staff and they were preempting it, saying, look, we're going to be here for fucking ages. We won't be able to get any other crates done with our skeleton crew that we've got keeping the lights on. I don't know. I do not know what's going on. I wish I had answers, but I'd love to know if anyone in the chat has received this email. And if so, what circumstances did you receive this email? Have you had a shipping notice yet? If not, have you received this email before you've had a shipping notice? Or have you had a shipping notice and still got this? Let us know what kind of order you put in. Did you order the full wave? Did you order more than full wave? Or was it just a single figure? Because it looks like, but when I searched all the comments throughout all of these posts and all of these groups, trying to see if there was a pattern, it looks like it's unanimous across them all. There is no set pattern, but there is no like only the people who ordered multiples this is affecting, or only the people in this country. No, there's people in the UK, there's people in Ireland, there's people in the US, everywhere's getting this. And it seems to be, no matter what situation or what scenario you ordered yours, whether it was more or just the one, or everyone across the board in that fit that category is getting this email in some shape or form. I've not received that email yet. I've just been given our Donnelly tracking number that doesn't seem to work, which is pretty standard for Loot Crate and NECA. But will we get this email? Who knows? So a lot of people are saying they got it. A lot of people are saying they haven't, but they're worried about getting it. There doesn't seem to be a bracket that seems safe, is what I'm getting at, which is very odd. So yeah, so just let us know. We'll obviously keep you updated on it. But it looks like there's going to be, what I did see, and this is very interesting, is those who did pre-order more, like some whole waves. I saw one guy, here we go, I think it is, yeah, look, I ordered in the comments, Brett Dimco, I ordered the entire series, 2 sets, and an additional Danny. They owed me in place of my Mirage box that was destroyed. Fair enough. I ordered the Danny about 2 weeks before it was up for order. I told them to just give me one of them as a replacement. So within seconds of listing, I had 2 crates, an entire run secured and paid. Yeah, it's a lot of things. People are trying to come out and say, yeah, but I ordered mine the moment it went in. From my understanding, that doesn't make any difference, whether you pre-ordered it at the very last minute or were you the first out the gate. You do not, there is no ladder of order in which they ship from when you pre-ordered yours. You just, you get your pre-order in, you get thrown into a lottery wheel. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's under the same roof. There is no ladder of time that yours gets shipped out.
I'm sure region has got more of a factor in it than the time that you placed.
Yeah, so I'm seeing people from Australia saying they're getting stuff from NECA a lot quicker. It's probably because they're a lot closer to China where they're manufactured, so they're just shipping it across, okay?
Yeah.
But those who are living near to the NECA factory, or NECA warehouse or wherever their offices are saying, I'm still waiting for my shit, and people in the UK got theirs. It's so random. It's unreal. Especially now with the driver shortages going on, well, across the world. You got the harbour at California being backed up to no end with everyone's goods on it, and yeah, so it's crazy at the moment. So yeah, I mean, this is them playing. I don't know if they'll come up with something official. They haven't. Well, I've looked and they haven't. But yeah, this is madness. So I'm going to quickly ping it over to the chat and see if how people are getting on with this. Okay, appreciate you all for being here, guys. So let me have a look, see where I am. So Hasbro's new name is Arthbro. Well, people were complaining about that HasLab Sentinel having a wonky knee, so you know, especially retro blasting. Goddamn, shouldn't the release date be the same? Because now they've cancelled so many orders, not as many to fulfill. Makes no sense. Again, that's a good point. It's a good point. And did they really need? Did they really think that the movie figure or any TMNT movie figure wasn't going to be massive success? Right. This is my point. They have direct contact with NECA. They're under the NECA umbrella.
Mhm.
They saw how big Spirit Splinter was. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. They didn't foresee it, unless there wasn't anyone in the office to foresee it. I ordered Danny about 15 days ago. Loot Crate created a label. Oh, and about 15 days ago, Loot Crate created a label and nothing else. But be one hell of a label. I know. All I've got is they said, oh, it's on the move. Here's your RR Donnelly tracking. So I'm like, okay, cool. Click error. Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Same as me, exactly the same. So I've got my tracking number, but yeah, I've not had any other emails saying that it's delayed.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly check mine now, just in case I'm saying all this and so much come through. Come on. No, nothing yet. Okay, so let's keep going. A configuration. I ordered Danny Dark Turtle and just received shipping mail. No cancelled and delayed mail yet. Good. Fingers crossed you don't. I hope you don't get any as well yet. Full wave order day one. Got the same shipping delay email 2 days ago. My McFly. Oh fuck. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry to hear that. Really am. Do keep us updated if you receive anything else, so that we can report on it. Like anything else, basically saying, "Oh, here's an update on this delay." That'll be really appreciated. Pietro himself. I purchased Danny only first, and after I went for all the crates, got shipping notifications for all, but haven't got any delay emails. Good. So there we are. So there's some. So it seems to be random. Seems to be like fucking Loot Crate have got themselves on their hands on the Infinity Gauntlet and just done that. And some of us are turning to dust, or some of your Danny orders are turning into dust. Yeah. So yeah, let us know. Cheers, Marty. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah. So the more, as I say, we're just pulling this out of whenever we see it on social media, and then thinking this has got to be spoken about. You know, this has got to be talked about. We'll do as much investigating as possible, but we'll keep our ears to the ground as well in case we see anything, and we'll let you know too. So yeah, it's just mad. It's just madness. It really is. I mean, Christ, it's just people. I know like one or two people have managed to get Danny in hand because there's been pictures floating about of the contents of the crate and a picture of the figure in the box. There's been plenty of photoshopped ones. But yeah, so they are slowly but surely trickling into households at the same time. So
I think it's quite a worrying time for people as well, because you know how expensive that Spirit Splinter is.
Yeah.
So on the aftermarket, so if some people's orders do get cancelled or they don't get fulfilled, then they don't have any chance of getting the Danny figure. It's just going to be so sought after. So
without having to pay through the nose on it on eBay.
Yeah.
No, it's sad, and sadly that is the market. The value will go up. And it will. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I wish I'd got on a second, just in case, because I always try and double up on the movie stuff, just in case there is a paint defect here or there.
Mhm.
Annoyingly, I am going to be pulling mine apart to see if I can do anything about his height, maybe switch out the t-shirt. I don't know. I'm going to have a look when I get it in hand, see what I can do with it. But yeah, fuck me. We're having all these problems now. Can you imagine what kind of crap's going to go on next year? So yeah, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, fuck Loot Crate, fuck Loot Crate, fuck this, fuck that, fuck that." But yeah, we're living in a crazy world right now. So who knows? And we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Fingers crossed the rest of the wave isn't affected like this, because I got bloody Dark Turtle. I don't want the same shit happening there. And I feel for everyone who's bought all the, the whole wave,
I mean, I wonder how that Dark Turtle sold in comparison to Danny, because at the time that Dark Turtle was just a silhouette, right? It was actually no. Whereas Danny, you could actually see what he looked like. So I don't know if that like hurt the sales, but I can imagine that Dark Turtle would have sold so much more had they have released the shots that they've just released recently, because
Oh, yeah.
that looked
Oh, yeah.
insane. It looks absolutely unbelievable. So I think, yeah, I don't know if we're going to run into the same problems, because I don't think I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I would have thought that the sales may not have been as good as Danny.
I know, mate. I know that you're dead right. The sales for Dark Turtle was skyrocketed. If I'll tell you what, that window would have the whole wave would have closed within 2 weeks if they showed images of the Dark Turtle along with Danny and the rest of the wave. If they hadn't hidden it, but I guess and that's again, I don't understand why they would shut the window down so early when they are just making to order. It's like, fuck knows. Really boggles my mind. It may be very simple, but again, this is information we're not, the ins and outs and the workings of how they do business and how they run is not for us to know. We can only ask questions, even if those questions are dumb. Yeah, entertain us. Tell us something we're missing. As customers, that's all we can do. But what we can do here is let you know about the shit going on. So yeah. And I'm leaving these streams up. Normally, after about a couple of weeks, I'll unlist them. They're still up. You'll just need a link if you wanted to watch something prior. But for these particular ones, revolving Danny, as we're going through the situ, I'm going to leave the 3 that we've covered. I'm just glad that I managed to get all the Danny talk from last week out of the way before my stream cut off. Really managed. There was only like a couple of things I was going to left to talk about anyway on that stream. It's just a shame it cut off. But yeah. So there we are. We'll circle back around and bring it up again later on in the stream for anyone who's rolled in a bit later. But that is the case at the moment. What the fun bits and bobs are there? Oh yeah. Okay, so let's start with some of that. Okay, so moving on. NECA aren't the only ones that are doing turtles at the moment, are they? No. There's a super company with a lovely number in its name.
Indeed.
And they revealed a very tasty wave. Very tasty indeed. Now, I am not a Super7 collector. Nothing against them whatsoever. I think what they're doing is awesome. It's just, as I said before, I've been there and done that with the Playmates line. If I wanted the Playmates again, I would just get the Playmates again. But I love what they're doing with these, making them bigger, more articulated, and keeping their same sculpt and look. And yeah, I know I'm really happy for people that are psyched for them. And this wave is really, really testing my I fucking want it. It really is making me want to almost dip my toe into the Super7 line, because this is solid. All right. So yeah, as you can see, Super7 Wave 6, and we have their Ace the Duck, their Slash, Mouser set, Surfer Mikey, and Scratch, which according to Pietro, which I had no idea about, the Playmates version of this is one of the most expensive original Playmates you can find.
Yeah, I think this was like one of the last Playmates figure in the whole Turtles line. So there was limited numbers made. I don't think many people picked it up. So it is super rare and sought after. So I think on Super7's part, them including him in this wave is a genius move on their part, because I think this is also going to appeal to those vintage collectors that missed out on the scratch, obviously, which is going to be so many of them that can't afford to get it. This will fill a hole in their collection as well. So I think that is a genius move on their part.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is absolutely a killer wave. Like you say, fucking Stephen Hawking level genius move to include Scratch. Was Scratch ever in the cartoon?
Not sure.
Let us know, chat. It reminds, because I was say I'm rewatching the cartoon now. I'm like scratching the surface. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But if Scratch was in the cartoon, I'm guessing he was, unless he was a Playmates villain that they made up for him for the line. Let me know if the Scratch was in the cartoon, because if he was, obviously we can expect one from NECA. Now, just flicking over here, Ace the Duck. Now there's some better pictures down here. This is just obviously their header. Obviously, we've got all the details there, all the jargon, all the readies, and let's get to the pretty pictures down the bottom. And we've got images of what they're coming with, them in action, the packaging, and so on and so forth. Now, let's have a quick look at Mr. Ace. Now, Ace I had as a kid. The wings, both parts, they just folded in and out. I don't remember getting all of this with him, but then again, why have we got an undercarriage? 2 sections of a plain undercarriage there. That's baffled me. But I remember the belt, and you could put the egg bombs in, egg grenades. This is just literally my childhood right there, was this figure with the TMNT line. One of my most memorable non-turtle figures in the Playmates TMNT wave that I loved, absolutely loved.
That alternative head sculpt is fantastic. Is that a cigar in his mouth?
It is a cigar, fucking hell. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. I can't believe they got that over the line.
Same. I know. And a Tommy gun. All right. And he's got his hat. I'm guessing the hat will only fit this one because he's got the flight cap on already. And this one's just for the alternate heads. I always thought this guy was a member of like DuckTales or Daffy Duck or something like that, you know? Donald Duck. So I always loved him for that. So yeah, we've got Ace the Duck. We have Slash, which is a beast, absolute beast. You know, so obviously didn't completely Playmates-esque design. Looks more like how he looks in the current 2012, no, the IDW run. Just black bandana, just very scary looking.
The color choices as well, just scream Playmates, like all the vibrant purples.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
really,
definitely
really good.
That gigantic badass weapon, which I remember as well from the Bebop and Rocksteady. I think they had one similar to that. I could be wrong. I don't think I ever had Slash as a Playmates figure. I think I ever had him. Now, the mouses. Oh, people are going to be cleaning house. Multiple orders of these.
That's it. These could fit into like any iteration of your Turtles, really, whether it's like vintage or NECA's cartoon line. I think you could easily fit these into a Mirage display. Like it doesn't really change from iteration to iteration, so you could fit these in anywhere. I think these are really good. I think my one gripe is the fact that these are also £50, the same price as everything else. When if you look at how much other stuff you get in all the figures, there's so much more. Like the boxes are jam packed, but then when you see the box of this, there's so much space in there. I think they could have. I mean, they've not even given 4 baby turtles. It's I think it's a bit sparse.
Dead right. I mean, I'm curious on the size, but you're right. The design pretty much hasn't changed across any iteration. Minimal tweaks here and there. These look very, very much like the animated series ones and the Mirage ones. And you're right, they could fit in. I'm just very curious on their size. As we know, Super7 like to scale up. But you're right. These could easily, if they're charging 50 quid for for a whole figure with bits and bobs, these should be about £30, or 60 for 2. because you know people are going to army build these. This is an army builder all over it. All right. So very, very curious as to what, I mean, I don't know what it is. And it's like, oh, all of our figures are £50. So let's just keep it that way. So all right, then. All right, make something ginormous with tons of accessories, like literally pack it out, the most packed out set you've ever done, and make it 50 quid.
Yeah, considering it's supposed to be ultimates, like, they should have, they definitely should have packed it out more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But still army builder worthy. Again, a set I may even pick up myself just for some mouses if I can get my hands on them, if they haven't all bloody sold out. We'll see who's doing deals on buy two for this price. We'll see. But yeah, let's know.
Even like on third party, because I think they did a mouses set with the 2012 line, and like those go for big money as well on the aftermarket. So they're not hard to come by. So it is a good option to get a pack of mouses, definitely.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I doubt, I'm sure people are 3D printing them and they're doing all sorts. They're probably static. You might get some that might make the articulation, but trying to find some official ones in any iteration, I'm not sure how hard it is. I've not looked for them myself, but if you say they're going for a pretty penny still, then yeah, these are going to fly off the shelf.
I'm sure those SAI as well that come with it fit into the holes on those mouses at the top.
Yeah. Oh, good point. Yeah.
Amazing.
Pun intended. Good point. For sure. Yeah, that'd be like, yeah, you did right. I bet it just slip straight in or go through the mouth or something. Yeah. Damn. There you go. Makes me want them even more. So good shout on that one. And of course, you're gonna have baby turtles. You only get two. You're gonna need two sets to get four. It's math. Come on now. So £100 for mouses. And to be honest, we're getting to my personal favorite, and I'll tell you why. Is the Surfer Mikey. Now, when I was a little pup, 1990 was the year, and parents took me to Florida, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney World, my bad. Universal, Epcot, we did the whole works in the 1990s. One of the days there, and I may have told anyone this story before, but basically, I really wanted to go to an American Toys R Us. Okay. So my parents spent the entire day. We'd gone to Cape Canaveral, seen the space shuttle, did all of that. And I was bored out of my mind because I was like, I just want to go to Toys R Us. Now, I wish I wasn't so stupid back then because it's unbelievable what I was seeing at the time. But we did. We ended up making it to a Toys R Us. And this is one of the figures I picked up from the States in the Playmates format. And the next day, we went to MGM, where they had the turtles in costumes in the parade with the van. And I brought my figure along. And there's a picture of me. And this was also my sexual awakening to a lady, was the lady who was cosplaying and dressing up and performing as April O'Neil. She was an angel in my eyes. I was absolutely smitten, over the moon, nervous wreck. And but there's a picture of me going up to her, asking her for a picture and a cuddle, and showing her this figure. There's a picture of me, and she's looking at it. And I think I showed the picture. I may have not been when we did Plastic Action Rewind back in the Plastic Action days, where we just went a whole stream all about us gushing over our turtle love. And I think I've got a proper classic photo. I'll have to dig it out, of me as a pup, showing the April cosplay lady, my Surfer Cowabunga Mikey. So this one really does. I have some fond memories of this figure. So yeah.
You have to pick it up and then track it down again, recreate that photo today. See how she feels about that.
I'll see if she's on Tinder. That's right. Yeah, it's a good point. But yeah, so there's another one that's sort of drawing me to this wave massively. So I do not remember any of this, but I just remember the surfboard and I remember the figure. So yeah, there we are. Super7 kicking ass with wave 6. Let us know if you'll be picking this up. Let us know if you pre-ordered it already, or if you're just cherry picking your favorites out of it. And let me know how many Mouser packs you're going to be buying. Let us know so we can get in there early and buy ours. Yeah. So let me just catch up with the old chatty whack before we move on to our next topic. So let me go over here. Go over there. Flying in. Appreciate you all for being here still, guys. So let me go over to here. Follow it down. Here we go. Right, configuration, the loot crate, Infinity War, and eventually we will get customer endgame. Customers assemble. Hopefully, mate, hopefully. I ordered 2, got both shipping notifications at September 16th. Not tracking info available yet. Good. Well, at least you haven't got one of those damn emails. Fingers crossed you don't. So hopefully not, mate. Riley Bob, yeah, and what does this do for the rest of the figures release dates? Exactly. If they're pushing that back, are you going to see the other crates before you see your order fulfillment for Danny? Will this be a knock-on effect? We won't see the crates until next year. I don't know. It's a good question. Really don't know. Configuration, if they would be, do it like Toka and Raza from the original store. Exactly, yeah. Just put up a pre-order. Just put up a pre-order. The original store was able to do it. You had your window, bosh, window closed, done. You know, I should receive full wave by Xmas 2022. Yeah, I can feel it as well. No, he wasn't. Very random figure. Okay, fair play. So Scratch wasn't in the cartoon. So yeah, if it is, then that's the case. Then yeah, I can imagine why everyone's after that Playmates. Riley Bob Super7 keeps tempting me over and over to get with their line, but for now, at least, my balls deep in NECA. I'm balls deep in NECA. Damn right, shaft and all. And I'm the same for now. So, okay, let me just get over here. Pietro, he only got belts, grenades, and a pistol. The rest is all new and interesting. The figure looks very accurate to the original. Very good. That's for Ace the Duck. Fair play. Yeah, I like it with Super7 add extras to it. Riley Bob granted, I like Super7 easy purchase in tactics. The delay from figure announcements to in hand is what stumps me primarily. I know a lot of people have been saying that as well. Wish NECA would adapt said business model, but without the 1.5 year delay. Yeah, true. Very true, mate. Pietro Slash is perfect. Looks just like the original. Amazing. But just like you said, if you have the Playmates, do you need the Super7? I guess just for the sheer size. But $55 for mouses. Every figure for the first 4 waves should have a mouser as an accessory. Just justify $55 mouses. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is an absolute ball kick of a price when you're only getting a few bits and bobs. It's an accessory set. Let's call it what it is, and it's an accessory set. Okay. Player 5 has entered the game and he's not bringing much to the table, but you know they're going to fly. Yeah. You know they're going to fly. Let me give a look. Oh my God, great story, Ben. Yeah, exactly. One from my childhood. So yeah, and I'm going to try and find that photo again and stick it on my community tab for a laugh. So that is a chat call up. Drink of water for the working man. So yeah, Maverick, would you reckon? Do you ever dive into the Super7 line, or is it just not doing it for you?
It doesn't really do it for me. I've not really, I mean, other than like the 4 Turtles when I was a kid, I didn't really kind of collect the original Turtles line. So I've not. I think a lot of it's based on nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I don't really have that nostalgia connection to those Playmates figures. And they're a touch pricey for me. I think it's an expensive wave to kind of go all in on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy to cherry picking if something takes my fancy. Like, you know, as much as I'm saying that those mouses are expensive for what you get, like, you know, that is definitely tempting for me.
Yeah, I know. Same. Just because you're right, you can put them with anything. So and like you say, it's a pain in the ass at the price, but I'm curious. I'm curious with the size. I'm curious to see how the other bits work with them. I'm seeing if people want to paint them up to be something different. Who knows? But yeah, it's the one line so far they put out where I'm like, you nearly had me. You nearly had me. I nearly rubbed a nipple. for sure. Configuration. I think we would just buy Turtles and Samurai Leo from Super7. Fair play. Exactly. It's a lot. It's like for me in the Toon line for Neko. Now I'm just picking and choosing, just cherry picking. You don't have to get them all.
Usagi, if they did an Usagi, because I'd definitely go for that, because the playmates said he was quite like the samurai look.
Yeah.
So he had like the shoulder armor and stuff. So that would make for a really good figure. So yeah, I would totally go for a Super7.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the samurai. No, I agree. Let's Neko release some Turtles in Time Part 3 Samurai Turtles. Yeah. Hopefully. But yeah, so that is the topic. So I'm just doing a little plug on Insta. Do that. See if anyone picks up on it. Riley Bob thought about just getting Super7 Casey Jones because of easy purchase, and that was my guy when I was a kid, close enough to Necker's design to mix and match. Yeah, he's big enough. And Casey Jones was a great figure, man. Really was. So I agree. Yeah, it's like, oh, I fancy that one. I'll grab it. You don't need to get the whole line, but then that's how they get you. I was the same. Yeah, but you're right. It is tough. 50 quid a pop.
Yeah.
It's a kick in the bollocks. It really is. Absolutely kick in the bollocks. But what isn't a kick in the bollocks? And was actually, I'm curious to know how many of you in the chat right now remember this, or even if you're around for this to be part of your childhood. Okay. But yeah, during the week, get back to here so I can share the screen. Necker teased the man from Melmac. Okay. Mr. ALF himself. I've seen so many people do their customs using the Ewok body and the 3D printed parts. I was so close to doing it myself. Now we get an official one. So, like I said last week, you get my good paddle Necker. Good Necker. Okay. Danny, bad Necker. Good Necker for ALF. Okay. So yeah. Now, was this part of your childhood growing up, Maverick?
Definitely. Yeah. I thought ALF was amazing. And actually, like, it wasn't actually too long ago. I rewatched some episodes of it, and it still stands up. It's actually like the humor in it's really good. So it's definitely like it definitely got some adult humor in there, even though it's quite child orientated, but there is some serious adult humor in there that even now you can laugh at it.
Mate, yeah, exactly. Because obviously the series as a kid, I was just infatuated with. One of the reasons why I was so excited when our family got Sky TV for the first time, when the satellite dish was like fucking this big, we still have Sky TV in the UK. I know it's not a thing in America anymore. But yeah, that was one of the things I was so excited for, because I get to watch ALF. And then I didn't realize at the time as a kid that they had actually made a full-blown feature-length movie with him. And then I rewatched that as sort of getting into my adult life. And I was like, damn, this thing is seriously proper for adult content. Some of the jokes were landing hard with me. And yeah, just thought it was just great. Absolutely great. And yeah, so this is absolutely easy. Best part of one of my most fonded memories of my childhood was this guy right here. Tom, on the other hand, has no clue who this guy is.
How did you miss ALF? It was amazing.
Exactly. You know what else is amazing? These accessories, man.
Yes.
So I'm convinced, because I can't remember the show that well. Obviously, we got our popcorn here. I really hope we get this picture of his girlfriend or his mum. I can't remember which. And this just looks like a big bag of weed. Even though it's not, I think it's broccoli. But I can imagine sort of a big bag of weed in now. I just really can. And blazing up. We also get CB radio with the microphone. Great accessory. Even if you're not a fan of ALF, buy this for the accessories alone.
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, his favorite food, cats.
Genius.
Cat in a bun.
Yeah. This is a fantastic set. I am absolutely getting this. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
They've nailed everything. Just sculpt, the accessories, like paint, it's all perfect.
Spot on, mate. I'm curious if we're going to get, it looks like it's got an articulated mouth. But the last time we saw a figure with an articulated mouth, they went and changed it, and that's with the American Wolf in London.
Yeah.
They changed it to an alternate head sculpt. So I don't know if this guy will have an alternate head sculpt. Hopefully we see a, what's coming with the figure shot and the plain white hot background sort of thing. Alternate hands, maybe the usual standard stuff you get, but an alternate head with either a shocked, I don't know what, I know the classic face is when he bends his nose in, like, that classic gif. But yeah, I just want to just him on the table, just tapping his fingers. I just remember that. So yeah, can't wait for this. Cannot wait. So yeah, let us know in the chat if you're going to be diving on this guy, if you remember him. Was he a part of your childhood? And yeah, so awesome job, NECA. And it looks like, yeah, spring 2022. So not until next year, sadly, but months have fallen off the calendar so fast I can't even keep up anymore. So it may seem far away, but I doubt it will be. So right, let me kill that, see what the old chat's saying, see who's still here. Still a few of you kicking around. I love it. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Now let's see what you're saying. Here we go. Yeah, Pietro, beautiful. I am tempted. I've been building a childhood of hero shelf for display, and goddamn Alf needs to be there for sure. So stoked. Same, mate. Same. I've got an entire shelf here just full of movie franchises that I love. And if just picking one or two figures that I can get my hands on, if they only do one or two figures from a movie, anything I can put together myself, just random of stuff I love, and Alf is going in it. And like you say, a lot of my childhood stuff like Ghostbusters and Back to the Future, and there's a bit of Star Wars in there. You got The Crow, which I did love as a kid, Transformers, Blade, which is a bit more obviously current into my adult life, but Alf is just going to go straight into that cube for sure, mate. So I'm 100% behind that too. Mighty McFly, love Alf, and picking this up for sure. Cat sandwich for the win, nailed it. Alf and accessory set, yeah, accessories is perfect. I hope we'll get family members soon with him. It'd be cool. It would be cool if they did a wave. Just be, humans, but we would know it. If they're doing Alf, one I would love to see, and I would pick it up as well. Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. It's a good one.
Yeah.
And you got to think that can't be like too far away. Or I'm sure they've already been thinking about acquiring that license, NECA. They seem
if any company's going to do it, it would be NECA, because it's kind of in their wheelhouse, right? Of just bizarre IPs. Yeah. So I would love a Harry and the Hendersons as well. So yeah. Now, nice. I'm glad everyone's stoked for Alf. I definitely am as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing more pictures of him too. So okay, and last, I think, was there anything else? Yes, of course, going on with NECA. And as we moved on from Alf, let me come away from this, do that, do this, do that. Another thing that they showed, by the way, I just want to show off this piece of art, which I will share screen now. Blah, 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 blah. I saw that they'd shared this on their page, and I thought it was a genius thing, because I did want to do something similar. Is obviously this picture right here by Work More or Less. Awesome shot of so basically just them backstage with their costumes being taken off. Just thought, genius idea. Really, really well done. So anyway, let's move us out of the way. Kill that.
Took me a while to realize that was actually that's Biff. That's
that's and actually going back to this picture, that's Doc's head.
It is, yeah.
Of Marty's body.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling that might be Marty's head right there. And Casey Jones.
I picked up on Casey. But amazing. Such an amazing picture. So much going on.
Oh yeah, even miniature display case. you know, of the case that comes in all of these. So it's fair play. Yeah, lots going on. Really, really like it. Nice backstage picture. But yeah, so on the NECA theme of reveals this week, what was this? World of Warcraft. No, Game of Thrones. Am I triggering anyone yet? You Dungeons and Dragons people. Am I triggering you? No. But yes, NECA have decided to step in and dip their big toes into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Well, inspired Dungeons and Dragons. So we have NECA has taken inspiration from the classic action figure releases and interpreted them for the modern collector's market, taking advantage of all of today's advances in technology and tooling. Grimm's World and Warduke will come with signature accessories and the ultimate style packaging. So yeah, I'm not a D&D person, but these look pretty cool. So myself,
Yeah.
I have no knowledge of D&D whatsoever.
No, same here. Absolutely zero. I mean, they look cool. I don't know who they are. Dungeons and Dragons to me was a cartoon where with Venger and Eric and Hank and Bobby the Barbarian. That's the Dungeons and Dragons I would like to see made into action figure form. But,
the toon line. I mean, if not NECA doing that, I can imagine Super7 would get on them as well. Yeah. They love doing the retro cartoons. But yeah, like you say, I was only familiar with the cartoon. It was only later in life that I realized it was a board game, a playable board game. So yeah, I have no reference as to who these characters are. From NECA's tooling and their designs, they look cool. Although I'm not going to lie, these kind of look like Kit Bash Marvel Legends, just because this helmet looks so familiar, and of course, see the male arms, with the scales. But that's just me. But hey, badass bloody loincloth there, snake wrapping around.
I wonder how that snake affects the articulation on that.
Probably gonna eliminate it entirely. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, NECA doesn't really have much in the way of ab crunch, but it might just articulate from the ball here.
Like a little ball joint there.
Yeah. But yeah, just found this random and fascinating. So Dungeons and Dragons people, any of you interested? Or are you just like us with not really any knowledge, weren't your thing, but these look cool and you're tempted anyway? Or are you seeing them like I am and thinking custom fodder? Just think all these parts can come off and just be fodder for great custom work. I don't know.
The guy on the left kind of looks as though somebody has already thrown a load of parts together from two different action figures.
Yeah. That was already kit bashed. It's probably what it was. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine. I mean, this is the Arnold Schwarzenegger body already, but with bicep swivel. Obviously, they've added bicep swivel. And obviously, I think the rest is all new, but they've had molds for straps, boots. I'm sure with some extra sculpture. I think this is all brand new, but yeah. I mean, they're trying. I mean, that's how they do it anyway. They recycle what they can, tool what they need. So interesting stuff. Be interesting to see if they come out with any more, or if they're just going to wait until these sell and see how they do. But I think these might be exclusive. Pre-order from your local store at dndmini.com. Okay. So I think there's a partnership somewhere, maybe. You might have to help me out, chat, if you know more a bit about the distribution on these. I think someone in my community tab post did mention that they were exclusive. I believe it was Toyberry Matt. I just don't know where. So I don't think these are going to be on the shelves. I think they're just going to be in a particular site. So, and that's the latest on those. And before we just kill into some chill time, just wanted to go over some couple of little fun things I found on Twitter. Here we have with Freddie Williams 2 with his cover for failed Batman Beyond Last Ronin pitch, which would have been great. You never know. I mean, Last Ronin hasn't finished yet, but this looks pretty sick.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it works timeline-wise, future.
Yeah.
So that would have been pretty sick. What's this one? I think this is the rendition of the cover. I like that. Nicely inked in. Yeah, and I thought this was pretty sick. So I do like following the artists that, have some involvement with TMNT currently, and just even if they're putting up stuff like this, stuff that didn't make it into print, they still get to share their artwork. And why didn't no one pick this up? It's just because of fucking Heather Antos being a twat again. Is that? I bet that's why. Fucking Heather Antos! I swear to God, she's got no business being in the comic industry whatsoever.
I would have totally bought that. That's a genius pairing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could be completely wrong. I'm pointing at her because she's a twat and she's now one of the main editors of IDW. So it's just, yeah, you're in the crosshairs already, love. So you're getting thrown under the bus for this one, whether you are or not. Our man Zilu, Tom Zilu, 1984, did a wicked resculpt and repaint of the Super7 April O'Neil. So this is the before and after. Just wanted to show this off. We know him, love him. And yeah, he's done a killer job on this, as always.
Yeah, he's super talented.
Yeah, absolutely smashed this one out of the park. Posed up. And yeah, just looks awesome. So well done to Zilu for taking this and turning it into this beauty. So yeah, go follow him on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, enjoy his work because it's kick-ass. If you're missing out if you're not. And another thing that I saw that Super7 were pitching, when you get up there, Space Odyssey. I don't know if these are. I have no clue, but it's because it's the photos that they're so far away. I have no idea if they're simple or if they're going to be like the scale of their others. But yeah, if you're a fan of Space Odyssey, looks like you're going to get some figures from them.
Yeah,
kind of reminds
reaction. These are from the reaction line.
Are these from the reaction line? So they're the limited articulation.
Yeah, so they're probably like 3 3/4.
Gotcha. Well, he looks pretty wicked. This reminds me of and it probably is direct derivative from the Will Ferrell, the Will Ferrell movie where he goes into a parallel dimension and there's dinosaurs and shit, and he meets up with a monkey man. I forget what it's called. But it just reminds me of that, the obelisk or the doorway and the monkey man and the astronauts. So yeah, Super7 doing their thing. And I can't remember if I retweeted anything else. Oh yeah, just these again. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I had for you on the Twitterverse, unfortunately. And yeah, that kind of wraps up everything we've had to talk about, apart from one last thing. If anyone is willing to stick around and talk with us about it, but first I want to get into the chat and see what people are saying, if anyone's left watching. Hopefully so. Appreciate you if you are here. Here we go. Yes, Harry and John Lithgow figure would be a day one purchase, 100%. Cool figures, but going to pass on the D&D. I agree, mate. Same, I think. I'll see if people have them in hand, see what they're doing with them. Did you guys see the McFarlane 3 Jokers? Haven't read the book yet, but figures look great. Yes, we did. Actually, that's the one thing we were actually going to start sharing because Tom just put the pictures in our private chat before the stream cut out last week. So whilst we're here, let me have a look and see if I can find out. I think they're on Super7. They're on Toy Arc's site. Let's quickly have a look at it. I did see those 3 Jokers and they look awesome. Like you, I have not read the book for what they're based on. I think they're on their homepage. Let me have a look. That's a Jason figure. Let me go by companies. McFarlane. Let's have a look. That's some of them. Yeah, that's it right there. The wave itself, because you've got a Batman, a Batgirl, and a Red Hood from that wave too. So let me come back with you guys and share the screen. So let me have a do that and do that. Here we go. Did you see these, mate? The 3 Jokers.
Those 3 Jokers look really, really good. Almost
awesome.
don't look like McFarlane. They look that
Right?
good.
Yeah, exactly. They don't whatsoever at all. I was blown away by these.
Yeah.
You know, so I just fucking get on that. Look at it. Just love the non-smiling expression. I'm loving that. You know, you've got these two here, I think pretty much exactly the same, except one's got a red hat on. He thought this was fabric at first, this trench coat. Until I looked here, I was just drawn to the texture. But obviously, third party. Stop sharing. That's it. Moved it over. Let's do that again. Yeah, I think obviously third party tailors will do a purple coat for them. Yeah, I'm tempted to get in all three of these.
They look, yeah, that shot looks fantastic. The red hood though, like I think he could shoot you with pointed fingers, I think, in the package, because he won't be coming with any pistols.
I know DC have done that whole no guns thing, haven't they?
Yeah, which for characters like Red Hood, just him not coming with any pistols is it's crazy.
Oh no, you just have to pull out your accessories from other figures and arm him up yourself. That's what I mean. It's like the ideal time for third-party printers is just to make flocks of guns, or any people doing accessory packs, just fill them with weapons, because DC aren't doing them anymore. So yeah, the Red Hood, he looks good. He looks good. I like the design. I don't know what the design is based on. I'm not caught up with my Batman lore. Only older stuff. Anything from New 52 and above, I haven't a clue. And Tom's been educating me.
Yeah, I think that Red Hood's designs from a Gotham Knights game. I think it's from. I'm not familiar with it, but
okay. So this might be stuff from the Gotham Knights. Yeah. I can't wait for that game. Cannot wait for that game. That looks awesome. Where you're playing as Nightwing. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that, and the Batgirl too. Nice. But I do think everyone's pick of the litter will be these three Jokers. You can alternate the heads. You've got a different suit for any occasion. Then these look like they'll go with any sort of Batman. You know, whatever kind of Batman you want to use for any kind of scene, this Joker will fit right in.
yeah, the Joker on the left almost looks like he could be a good custom for like an Adam West Joker, like that very the very like, red suit.
Yeah. Also, the Arthur Fleck Joker. You know, just some coloured suit option already. So yeah, 100% on board with this, and it looks like I hope to God that these look as good in hand. In the final product is as good as the promo shots. Really do. A man can dream. So fingers crossed for this one. Definitely will be grabbing this lot, 100%. So yeah, good shout on that. Forgot all about it. So let me stop the share and quickly have a look. See what the chat before we get into some Last Ronin talk, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so yeah, nice one, Riley Bob, for that. Nothing more in the chat to catch up with. Right. Okay, so did you read Last Ronin, chat? Or are you bothered about the story? Let us know if you intend on reading it and haven't yet. Okay. Tribute Entertainment. Evening, guys. How you doing, mate? How you doing? I know you're rolling in a bit later. But yeah, we have sort of covered the Loot Crate drama, but let us know. They've been delaying them with an email sent out to pretty much quite a few people within the people who bought within the window, saying that they had a shortage and they're going to be delayed until they make more. So let us know if you had any kind of email on that front. But yeah, we are. So let us know. But yeah, so spoiler-free thoughts. Spoiler-free thoughts. I can talk. Maverick, let us know what you thought of the book.
I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit let down.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah. There was. I felt like the reason why I think what makes these so great is to see, to see what happens to each of the brothers in the issues.
Mhm.
So I think that's that side of it. It was that was done really well, but I think the outside of that, I don't feel like we've progressed the story as much as I would have really liked. It was
Okay, yeah.
It's hard to kind of talk about a lot of my disappointments without going into spoilers.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I'm watching what I say very carefully, but yeah, I mean, artwork was superb, definitely. I thought the artwork was absolutely stunning. But yeah, I felt like we didn't learn a great deal. I don't think we got us any further forward than I would have liked.
I sort of semi-agree. Like yourself, I think for me, I enjoyed it a lot more than part 3. Part 3 for me was a real letdown in terms of how quickly they just rushed through the flashback with Leo's and stuff like that, and also how much they tried to cram in the current day timeline. That felt really, really rushed. In this one, it felt a little bit more better paced. You had some current. You had the flashback was obviously a lot better in terms of they stretched it out a bit more. Still would have liked a little bit longer in the flashback stuff, and then again they throw in current day stuff. The pacing was a lot better in this one than it was the first, for sure.
Yeah, and I do like how, because the time of it bounces all over the place. You're in the future, and these different flashbacks, and these flashbacks within flashbacks. And I thought that was handled brilliantly. Like I thought, like you always kind of knew where you were with the story, and I think like the different art styles to tell you, which kind of to represent different periods of time works really well. So yeah, I definitely think that they handled the storytelling of the different time frames really, really well.
Yeah, from where it jumps when it needs to jump. They set it up really well, and they come back really well. Again, like you say, there's multiple artists in there. The one again that threw me off slightly, and it does because it's such a drastic shift in artwork, is the Kevin Eastman stuff. You know, there is a small section, you've seen it like he does in the previous episode, in the previous issues, where all of a sudden we're going to his artwork for a couple of pages. And because it's so different, and because it's not colored, and it's just all of that tony haze, very much like the original stuff, it's just completely, don't get me wrong, for back in the day, it's great. And I do respect his artwork. But going from what we're reading and the artwork that's in the beginning and the end, the rest of the book is so engaging. It's great current art, right? Going back to his old style, it's just so jarring. It really is. It's like, whoa. And it's very hard you have to really, really study it, try and make out where everything is, because nothing's in color. So, if the whole book was done in Eastman style, fair enough, but have his little piece in there. And fair play for him for getting his artwork in there, as he should. He is the one of the fathers of it. But it is such a jarring thing going from this artwork to his, and then back to some other artwork. And it really sort of it felt out of place, his artwork style.
And more so in this issue than in any of the previous ones, I really bumped into it this time. Like less so in the other issues. And I quite like the fact that it changes. And I like the fact it's black and white. I think it brings something different to the comic. But I totally agree with you. This one, it is such a departure from what you had been seeing. I really bumped into that as well. Yeah,
for sure, mate. So for me, I personally enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than the third. It still isn't a scratch to the second issue, because that's obviously Raph's my guy, so that had a more of emotional impact for me. He really hit home, and it was a sucker punch. Knew it was coming, didn't know how it was coming. Fucking sucker punched me, and I really, really didn't like the way they handled Leo's and Casey's death in the third one. I thought that was just blip and it was done, and they didn't address it again. Really would like more of a moment where they acknowledged that they've just gone. And and reduced some of the current time stuff. That what I wish is I said it before, I wish this was a 6-parter and they could spend more time in the flashback stuff, you know. But yeah, so that's my only sort of gripe as to, and in this one, the flashback stuff was longer for sure. Yeah, can't really say much else without getting into spoilers. So I think for now, let me have a quick look at here. Loco Lou, what up, gentlemen? What's up? What is up? Want to read The Last Ronin? Haven't yet. Waiting for the hardcover series. Enjoying the bits I've heard of the story and hoping the amount of weed I smoke helps me forget by the time it comes to read it. Okay, fair enough. Well, if you've already know bits and bobs, and hopefully you don't mind sticking around for our little bit of our spoiler discussion, because we really love having you here. But obviously, understand if you do want to click off, that's fine. I appreciate everyone that's in here watching right now. I love you all a bit. So yeah, and Pietro, Eastman style on The Last Ronin looks like it's just storyboarding. Agreed. Yeah. He can draw better than that. I don't know why they decided for this rough style. Rough, yeah. I agree, mate. It does. It just looks like storyboarding. It really, really does. Well, Pietro, I think right now, me and Maverick and yourself, we're going to get into spoiler territory for Last Ronin issue 4. So if you just jumped in, if you haven't read it yet, sorry, guys. And I understand if you want to jump out, that's fine. You can come back and catch this little part on the replay once you have read it. That's totally fine. No problems here. But this is your official spoiler warning right now. Let me get my glasses on and reiterate. Spoiler warning right now. Okay. So how did you feel, Maverick and Pietro, about Donatello and Splinter's demise?
I thought it was really disappointing.
Go on.
It was just like this. I thought they did the same thing in issue 3, where they just it was almost done off panel. Like you didn't even really see it happen. And you know, someone like Splinter, like and Donatello, who's many people's favorite turtle, you want to see them go down absolutely fighting. You know, you want to see them going all out and just getting the death that they deserve.
Yeah.
And it was they didn't get that. You didn't even see it happen. So I think you pointed out that issue 2 is your favorite, probably because it's Raph, but I don't think it's necessarily just because it's Raph. It's because you saw that guy go down hard. He went down fighting. There was panels of him fighting to his last breath.
Yeah.
We've not got that with Leonardo in the 3rd issue, and we didn't get that with Donatello or Splinter in the 4th.
Yeah.
So
I 100% agree. It was, I mean, I liked the fact that they actually gave him a battle, right? And I'm not going to lie to you. This panel right there, one of the most badass Splinter panels I've ever seen in my entire life, when he just lops 3 ninja Foot Clan's heads clean off, and him and Donnie are literally cutting people down. I'm glad we saw an actual battle. But saying that, like with Leo, all we saw was them firing arrows, Donnie saying, "Stop, Splinter, stop going after him. I need to protect you," and him like just blood raged, and that's it. We see the the rest of the Hamado clan just standing around, and all you're seeing is just arrows coming out from the panel, and you don't actually get to see them pass away. They're just 1 minute they're alive, being hit by arrows. Next minute, that's it, gone. And like you with issue 3 with Leo and Casey, they just jump into an explosion and that's it, vaporized, not even to be mentioned again. I like the fact that they addressed it with Mikey, and Mikey had to actually deal with it, but we didn't actually see Donnie learn about, because even in the panel he says, "Do you mind, Splinter, if I go and radio Leo and Casey to find out what's going on?" Because they have no clue that they've just died, and we don't even get to find out his reaction to them dying. Little bits like that are key, especially if you're going to be doing the death of the turtles. I want to see some more character emotion from them. And like you say, I think you're dead right on the fact that with Raph, you saw him fight to the last breath. You saw him die. And yeah, issue 3 didn't address how the turtles felt about it. Issue 4 didn't address how the turtles felt about, apart from Mikey, even not really with Mikey, how when he found out about Donnie and Splinter. And you're right. I mean, I love the fact that it was we actually got to see some badass fighting from them. But yeah, they didn't. You didn't get to see him go, and I think that was a bit of a disservice, to be honest.
I mean, we're never going to get a story like this again. You know, this is our only. If this is our only opportunity to see, you know, to see Splinter and the turtles die, then let's see him go down fighting. Let's see something unbelievable. But it just felt a bit. It felt a bit weak, and I think just that it just let the whole issue down for me. Like, I mean, it was a good read, but I just couldn't get past it. I was just like, that's it.
It didn't sit well with you, and it sort of hindered your enjoyment of the rest of the issue because you're constantly thinking about, oh man, I really wish I hadn't done that. And I kind of agree with you. I really do, and I do feel that here's what I feel about the current day stuff they did afterwards. Okay, they progressed it this much, like it threw you into them beginning their assault.
Yeah.
And then just kept you there. I mean, they just kept you there. One thing I did like about that, though, is when is the split from when they're talking about the battle plan, and then literally side by side, we're seeing the battle plan that they're talking about go to shit. All right. So you're seeing them, and then panel for panel, you're seeing them discuss the next phase of the battle plan, and you're seeing in the next panel that part of the battle plan going to hell. And it's kind of the way it's mirrored. I really enjoyed that. But, you know, I love the way that was structured, even with Mikey saying, this is a terrible plan. This is a terrible plan. And then the next panel with this, right, now what we're going to do about this part of the plan. And that whole scene reminded me of Star Wars, A New Hope, when all the rebels are around the table discussing the battle. And, you know, and of course, another thing that sort of let me down because I didn't quite get it was Honeycutt, Fugitoid's purpose. Okay, so what they did, they took him to the Baxter Stockman. Looks fucking crazy, absolute crazy in this. Okay, so he sends out his mousers, and they managed to finally get into his bunker. They managed, you know, they're fighting them all off, and they managed to get into his bunker. And April is able to upload Honeycutt's head to Baxter's mainframe. I thought, okay, this is going to be a payoff. This is the reason why we've been teased Fugitoid again. And then all of a sudden he goes all fucking Gandalf. It says, you shall not pass. And Baxter's like, what are you doing? He goes, no, you shall not pass. And he goes, this is for my family. And a little bit I did love is like, this is my family, this is my friends, this is for everything you've taken from me. And he just blows up and completely vaporizes Baxter. I thought, okay, badass move, but is that all you're here for, really, this entire time? You know, and then obviously you get to see him turn into all the little nanobots and swarm in and take over all the computers and basically just shut and take over all control of the computers throughout the entire city from Saki. I forget his first name. Hiroto. Hiroto, yeah. And he's called in backup to obviously because he knows that they're going for him in the tower. It's like, okay, it's fine. So, okay, the next issue, they're going to just go full frontal assault on the tower. So I just thought it was a little bit, I thought they were going to do more with Honeycutt. I really did. And what was interesting, the big reveal of the issue, April and Casey's daughter has superpowers.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. What's your thoughts on that? Did you like that idea?
I don't know. It's kind of like
it's an interesting interesting take on the mutation that, like, you know, he's been giving out this I don't know, like he's almost mutated April and like Casey because he's been with him for so long.
Yeah, that's the way they explain it, is the fact that April and Casey have been hanging around with the turtles for so long that suddenly they've just been exposed to, you know, radiation. So you're telling me the turtles have been radioactive this entire time? Okay, that's a new one. I guess it makes sense to the through line that, as the turtles are getting older, they're getting stronger and tougher because of they're constantly mutating. But all right, first time this has sort of been that I think that they've been sort of that it's been introduced that they've been radioactive, and it's sort of just been exposing Casey and April. So when they've had a kid, it's transferred to them, and it's made her stronger. It's made her faster. So she's I don't know if they're going to explore any more of her abilities or if that's just it. So I'm interested. The route I hope they don't go, and if Heather Antos gets her fucking hands on it, they're going to do this, is that she ends up kicking everyone's ass and she's the bestest ever. Because it's a woman. She becomes a Mary Sue. She becomes a Captain Marvel of fucking TMNT. I just really hope they don't go that route. I like the fact that they had her and Mikey training and that he was beating her and her cockiness, because this is how a hero's journey begins. You have to show them failing in order for them to pick themselves up and do better. That's the hero's journey. They've got to have some flaws in order to adapt and overcome those flaws. So I like that part. So I'm a little bit at ease with that. I just hope she doesn't go full fucking Captain Marvel in the last issue and whip everyone's ass and save everyone because of what she doesn't have dangling between her legs. So, and I know Heather Antos, she gets her fucking hands on it. That's exactly what's going to happen because she's that kind of woman. But that's just me ranting. But yeah, so it's interesting. I'm just curious and worried about where they're going to go with it. That's me personally.
Hopefully they don't go down that road, because if this is a story that's been in, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird's head from many years ago, from way back when they first started, right? Then hopefully they kind of stick with the route that they originally intended.
Yeah. So far, it looks like they're going that way. And hopefully, Casey Marie Ann, whatever her name is, she was always intended to have these abilities. If this was always the end game, then fair play. Let's see it go. Let's ride it out and see how it goes. So that's what I mean. I'm curious, a little bit worried. So cautiously optimistic is, I think, the best term for it. But yeah, sadly let down by the demise of Donnie and Raph. Glad we got to see him kick some ass beforehand, which we didn't even get with Leo and Casey. And so now that you've seen and you have reference material properly for Donnie's outfit, which I thought they changed again because of this one bloody panel. You know how they did this with issue 2 and 3 with Leo, right? In issue 2, Leo's wearing a trench coat, looks like a badass. Yeah. In issue 3, they changed it to get up entirely again. And I'm like, okay, I prefer consistency, but whatever. And seeing how Donnie looked in this, I thought, okay, cool, wicked. And then where is it? Where is that panel? Here, right? I don't know if I can show you. Right there. Where he looks like he's wearing some sort of fucking Tron neon suit or some shit right there. And you see him there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they haven't gone and changed him again, have they? But luckily, no. Once he gets to Japan, he gets into his ceremonial gear. So now, do you think you'll be all right tackling him as a custom?
Oh, it's going to happen. He's definitely getting the custom treatment. I need to study those panels a little bit closer, because there's something going on with his outfit that I'm not quite sure what's happening. So it's like it comes down, but it's not like your standard kimono. It kind of like comes down and there's something else going on underneath it. So yeah, I need to keep looking at those panels, and I think there's going to have to be a little bit of my own spin taking on how it looks, because get every angle.
That's it, mate. That's it. Just fill in the blanks with your own imagination where you can. And I'm sorry, but the arrows are taken, Donatello. Raph has those. So, I was hoping he was going to go out some other way to be like, oh, fuck, it's arrows again.
Yeah.
I know. Now that you've seen Donnie and Splinter, are you tempted to do a Splinter?
I am definitely tempted. I mean, I didn't like the way he went out, but every panel that Splinter was in, it was just amazing. Like when he was slicing heads off, he had so much attitude as well. That's the best Splinter I've seen. He was brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
Splinter fucking wrecked shop in that episode. If there's one positive, and there's a few positives in there, it's just the very end of that flashback scene that we can take away as going, yeah. I think that's probably why the ending of that flashback scene is so disappointing, but because it was so kick-ass and it was getting kick-ass, is the way Splinter was just taking people down, man. But I have a spare Splinter that I will fully. I can send you a spare Splinter if you need a Splinter. So
You're a lovely man. Thank you kindly.
No worries, that's all good. With a robe as well. So it depends if you want to get him naked and start from scratch again. That's up to you. But I've got a spare Splinter for you, so I'll send it over.
Cheers,
but yeah, other than that, sort of wrapped up and left it so they're ready to take on Hiroto now. Sort of that's it. As I say in the end of the issue, the battle is won, but not the war. And then Mikey says something a bit ominous, says, yeah, and I'm not willing to pay the price anymore that I once was. I guess he means he doesn't want to see anyone else die. So I don't know what that means for the next issue. But
have we got a rumored release date for when that's going to be out? Do we know?
I haven't seen one yet, no. So I have no clue on that front. But I haven't looked either. I don't know if it says anything in the back. I couldn't tell. I read it online first before I got my copy. Don't think it does say anything about when the next one will be. There's all these adverts. Although this one says next issue, and that kind of looks like The Last Ronin and Robin.
It does.
Yeah. I know my light's glaring it, but yeah, it looks like bloody Robin. It looks like Frank Miller's Robin. I don't know, without the ginger hair. But yeah, so it's quite funny. But I think go on.
I did enjoy seeing Mikey in his issue 1 outfit again. Definitely. I love that look for him, so it was good to see him again.
The one consistency is his look hasn't changed currently, and that's good. And I hope it doesn't, because I think if they don't kill him off by the end and they keep him alive, if there's any continuation comics afterwards, I think it'll be him and Casey Amory going out and protecting the streets again. I think they'll do that as sort of like, like a Batman and Robin thing. They're back doing what they're doing in New York, and it's just the two of them. With Rachel being, no, not Rachel, know where she came from, April being the girl in the chair. So we shall see. But yeah, let me quickly go back to the chat and see what they're saying. Let's have a look. Sorry guys, bear with me. Way ahead here. So I don't think there was much to go on. Here we go. I didn't like how Donnie and Splinter dies as well. You can really see anything. It was too small. You're right. They really did a disservice. Very disappointing. No, don't want to highlight the whole thing. Sorry. Too quick as well. Even the Fugitoid, big revelation on the second book to do what at the end? Disappointing as well. This is a great idea. She's just enhanced human. What's the chances NECA will release the Last Ronin wave? Well, we know Randy wants to. He's enjoying it. It's just whether they will, I don't know. Maybe way down the line. If NECA knew what was good for them, they would be doing a Last Ronin wave. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that'll be a day one.
They'd want to get to the end of the series before they can even start thinking about producing figures for that line, so they know which characters they want to do. So
yeah, it makes sense.
I think it'd be a ways off.
Makes sense. Like, Lou, will you be getting a statue of the Last Ronin? Fuck no. The reason being is because that's nearly like 1,400 quid. Yeah, that thing is way too out of my price range. Nor am I a statue collector, nor I have anywhere for it. It is a beautiful piece, though. It is a beautiful piece. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, set a ghost, neon green ghost turtles would be great to have floating around behind Mikey chatting shit. But yeah, not statue, not for me, sadly. But yeah, that kind of concludes everything, guys. That really is it. Maverick, let us know what you got going on.
Well, I'm currently working on my Tatsu custom. So that's
same.
That's
oh yes. I'm on that as well. Yeah, but yes, yours is. You've been showing me some progress on yours. Actually, it's really you've done some great work on it so far, mate.
I think I'm just a little bit. I'm torn in the direction that I go with him, because if you look at reference material of his actual costume, It's
Yeah.
there's reds in it and browns, and it's quite actually lighter than I thought. When you look at the film, it's quite dark. So I think if I was to have a costume of actually how it looked, I think it would look strange because you're so used to seeing him in shadow, and you think his outfit's black. So I don't know whether to kind of lean more towards what your mind's eye think it should look like, or actually go with what it did look like.
Yeah.
So I'm torn, but that's keeping me entertained anyway at the moment. So that's
Nice.
that's what I'm working at the moment. And I'm also, I think a future one I'm going to be working on, which I want to, I'll give it a go, is I've been watching a lot of Critters recently. So
You have.
I have. So that's you may see a 1:1 scaled crate on my Instagram up here. We'll see. I've started on it. We'll see how it goes.
That's something that's right up Necker's wheelhouse, and I'm amazed. I don't know. It must be a licensing thing. I'm amazed they haven't been able to snag that. Maybe they're trying desperately and they haven't. But a Critters line would be fucking awesome. Absolutely, and that'll be awesome to see you do that as well. That'd be great. Yeah, man, I'm on the same boat, sort of tinkering away. Got a few videos I'm working on now. So there's more to the channel than just the live streams at the moment. Just working on bits and bobs here. Work is kicking me off, so it's a bit slower. Got a new internet now. Luckily, it's touch wood. Done as well tonight. And then once I get we're working on something for Turtle Talk, custom-wise, challenge-ish. We're going to announce all soon, but it'll be a bit of fun, which you yourselves can participate in if you want to. And I'll have I've got one working on stuff. Obviously, I'm doing the same with the Tatsu. I'm just waiting for a new robe to come in from GPS lot. And sadly, the one that I got that was talking about last time didn't quite fit. The top half, the robe didn't fit. And I'm still deciding on what buck I want to use. So yeah, it's a slow one. It's just going to be a background tinkerer until we can get it all figured out, but we'll keep you updated. And yeah, just stay tuned. We'll let you know if we hear any more about the loot crate situation, or if you hear something before we do, let us know so we can talk about it. That'd be great. All of our social medias are in the description if you haven't followed us yet. There yet even, and there will not be a Turtle Talk live next week. I'm away for the weekend next weekend, so be the following weekend after that we'll come back and hopefully we'll have some fun things to talk about and less drama. hopefully some less drama. But until then, thank you all guys for being here. I hope you had a nice one. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Appreciate the super chat as well, Riley Bob. Thank you very much. And yeah, until next time, guys. Let me just have a quick look. You'll get the statue logo there. I bet you would review it. Hopefully don't break it. What's your guys' second and third figures you collect beyond TMNT? Okay, quick question before we head out. So my second, I collect a bit of everything. For me, I think my end, in terms of MCU, my MCU love ends with the Infinity Saga. As you know, I do not have any love for Phase 4 at all. So it ends with the Infinity Saga because that's pretty much done. So now, currently, apart from Outside the Turtles, I'm just focusing on other sort of movie lines. So I want to see where they go with the Back to the Future line, as I'm all in on that. I'm cherry picking, obviously, the Toon Line Turtles. I'm all in on the Hush Mayfix stuff. And so that's another one I'm all in on. And what else is there? I've been picking up bits and bobs recently. Oh, obviously the ZD Toys Iron Man, which I have the two here. And that's kind of it. I kind of just pick and choose bits and bobs here. Some bit of McFarlane DC stuff here and there. I look for stuff that I can also would think would make a great custom cave if I can give it a repaint or if I could make it better outside of the bigger projects. Just stuff for the bread are fun. But that's kind of it for me, really. I sort of just pick and choose bits and bobs. What about yourself, Maverick? Before we head out, what other bits and bobs are you going? Are you still doing Gundams, or is it? I know you do Dragon Ball Z. I know that's one of yours.
Yeah, so I'm all in on the Turtles movie line, so that's the other thing. But the only other thing that I'm all in on is like say, is Dragon Ball. So I'm big into the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball line. So that's another collection of mine. They get the Detolf over here, so that's filled with my Dragon Ball. But everything else, I just kind of cherry pick. So yeah, Gundams, bits of Spawn, bits of McFarlane, Marvel Legends, anything X-Men related. So I'm all down on that. But yeah, if it tickles my pickle, I'll pick it up.
Nice, nice, nice. I saw you. I saw you, Localoo. I saw you, mate. And yeah, we might as well end it on a little bit of a bruise down the Turtle Talk art lane. Good reminder because I completely forgot. And apologies, apologies. It's going to let it build up a little bit more. Hopefully, Instagram has actually refreshed it. Let's have a look. If I see you, I see you, I see you, and I see your one too. Okay, all right. So just before we end it, we're going to have a look at a little bit of Total Talk art. There's some good bits and pieces in here. So let me share the screen. And I did see your one, Local Loot. I did see it. Okay, yeah. So obviously yours is still kicking ass in the top post here, mate.
Oh, look at this.
We're going to save yours later, mate. We're going to save yours for a moment. But yeah, Rodney Dent 36 comes in with this. I do like this quite a lot. I think he's using
Nice.
some of the Star Wars space walls for here. Good doubling for a Technodrome walling. And of course, we've got the Shredder ready to pounce. I like the fact that all of them, apart from Mikey, which is actually kind of fitting, the line of sight is all in the right direction. You can all tell they're looking at someone over here. Apart from Mikey, who's like, hey, what's going on? So yeah, well done for that one, mate. I will give it a heart. Okay, and I believe if we go this side, this way. Oh, and here we have, there we go, Loco Lou. This is your foot subway April confrontation recreation. I like the angles you're going with here.
Yeah, can't see the back of the legs, so that's a wise decision.
Yeah, a wise man once said, "Forgiveness is divine, but never show the back of April O'Neil's action figure legs." That's so nicely done here, mate. On that one, it's a panel shot here. So we go into the slap, just getting clapped in the face. You know what I'd love if we had alternate faces of just her being like with an open mouth or something we could use to maybe possibly show that she's shocked. I don't know. That's the toy photographer in me. She's gotten the sigh out, and the foot's block. I've just noticed here the foot's blocking it. So nicely done there. I would have liked to have seen just. I would have liked if this wasn't cut out of frame personally, but I see what you're going for. Fair play. And slapping with the bag. Scroll up. That is full frame there. Hopefully, your bag didn't chip any more than it already has in terms of the paint department when posing this up. But I like the background here. I like the subway. Is this the extreme set subway, or is this something that you've printed yourself? Let me know in the chat. And of course, I love this angle. She's down for the count. So this is really, really nice. I love this panel here. So yeah, nicely done, mate. Nicely done. And you do get a like. So yeah, do check out Loco Lou 526, not 526. That's retarded. Loco Lou 526 on Instagram. And yes, he's got some other awesome bits of artwork here, but I really like this. It's a great set of panels, mate. Great set of panels. Really enjoyed it. Pull this away. Now it tells me my internet connection is unstable. Great. Okay, just to see if there's anything else down here. This gentleman, obviously tagging everything with Total Talk Art. He's got some of the old retro bits and pieces. A bit more of his collection. There's the one I did. I think that's the old scratch figure there.
Yeah. And
so that one's mine. Here we go with obviously. So we'll look at that briefly. See what he's saying. Raffle winner, Malcolm, Scratching Cat, and Hotspot.
Yeah. So Hotspot is another one of those super rare figures.
Ah, right. Okay. Damn, I wonder how much he's going for. I know Pietro showed me how much this dude was going for. It was ridiculous. My fucking jaw hit the floor. Okay, good find. It's in good nick as well. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play. Let's come back out. See if there's anything more to go on. I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I'd just done this. That's better. And this is the part where it will just load forever. So we will definitely share some more. I'm in dire need of a cup of tea and a piss. So for now, there you go. Look, kicking us top posts. Eric, fucking getting in there. So do follow this man's custom work on his Instagram. Link is in the description, of course. And nice one for local lose shots. They're awesome, mate. And forget the guy's name. For Rodney Dent 36. Well done to you, sir. Awesome piece of art. They love it as well. And yeah, that will be it from us here. Let me just come to there and we go here and go over there. Okay. Instagram cut most of the shots. Okay, fair play. Yeah, no, add the border. You know, so you can get the full shot in, and it keeps it into the what do you call it? Into the size that Instagram offers. Extreme sets, nice one. Yeah, I thought it worked well, mate. It really worked well. So nice one for that, dude. But yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Give Maverick a follow on Instagram. Follow his work. We've got all the other boys' Instagrams and social medias in the chat, in the description, including my own. And not next week, but we'll be back with the week after. Let us know if you hear of any more Loot Crate drama, and we will do the same for you. Okay. And yeah, have a great week, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Last Ronin if you haven't. If you've been sticking with us and you feel the same, sorry. Hopefully we get a better issue next time. But until then, guys, see you later.